Yo, Muddy Waters Podcast. This your boy Shaq Sims. And first and foremost, before we start the interview, man, I just want to say shout out to everybody, man, who, throughout my little hiatus that I took a couple weeks hiatus. I had to get some shit in order, man. I had to get some health shit in order, some shit with my health. I had to get get my priorities straight when it came to like putting myself first as far as like my health, my well-being, and all of that good stuff. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I took a break from the podcast, but I want to say shout out to everybody who reached out, while I was taking that little hiatus and, was checking on me, making sure I was straight. Everybody who bought merch, everybody who was still streaming the podcast. I seen y'all niggas still watching, man. So, I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all for sure. But, during my hiatus, I wasn't really doing too much thinking, but I did a little bit of thinking as far as how I wanted to move forward and the type of content that I wanted to make and the type of people that I wanted to have on my show, man. And some of my favorite conversations are, real people with real stories, that been in real situations, real life situations, you feel me? And, my next few episodes are going to be dedicated to guys either in prison, guys who served time in prison, and guys who just came home, and just people, man, who've been in the prison system, been affected by the prison system. Because black people, man, we're being disproportionately incarcerated. You know what I mean? Right. Across all states, all 50 states. So I definitely want to shed light on brothers' stories, man. And a lot of times when dudes go to prison, they write you off. They say, man, you a felon, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you've been behind the wall, you got that jacket. But that's not the case. That's not true. You know what I mean? Because this man right here is a living testament to that. So without further ado, I want to introduce my next guest, man, T-Raw Smooth, man.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you?
Maintaining another day, man. Free. I don't really got no problems. I don't complain about nothing. I'm gonna keep this movement going.
Fresh out, man. Welcome home, first and foremost, bro.
Appreciate it.
Welcome home, man, because, like I said, niggas will try to count you out.
Yeah,
go behind the wall, they be like, oh, bro locked up, what the fuck you gonna do, or how you gonna, or even the system in general, COs, the warden, the people who the judge, they might be like, this motherfucker gonna come straight back, but nah, you got legitimate shit going on, you know what I mean? So, for the people who don't know you, bro, tell them where you from.
I'm from Casey, man. I'm from, by West Columbia, across the bridge from Columbia, but we the same thing, really.
Yeah,
Casey.
Word. Now, growing up, what were your ambitions, dog?
Growing up, I wanted to play sports.
For real?
You know
a football nigga,
yeah,
dog.
Football, basketball, and I like to draw, too. Thought I would have been a big artist or something.
Yeah. Now, when you were growing up and shit like that, did you ever, because a lot of times in our communities, bro, shit be normalized, bro. Did you see a lot of people going to prison and going to jail, growing up and shit like that, family members?
Yeah, in the neighborhood, yeah.
Was that did you feel like as a kid that was a rite of passage?
Nah.
You didn't feel like it was a rite of passage? I gotta at least go to the county one time. Because you know how, niggas be telling stories about canteen and setups and...
After a while, when you thugging in the streets, you know you're gonna go to jail. So you gotta be mentally prepared for that.
Yeah. So when you were growing up, when did you start mentally preparing,
Probably about 15, 16 when I started really getting in trouble.
Yeah. And what was that first, situation for, you getting in trouble?
Gang riot at school.
You went to Brooklyn, Casey?
Yeah, BC, yeah.
I didn't know y'all niggas gangs ain't that BC,
yeah,
dog.
Yeah, that was part of the lifestyle then.
Yeah. I didn't know that shit, man. For y'all that don't know Brooklyn, Casey, man, that's on the other side of town. You wouldn't think it would be a lot of gang activity at that motherfucker, but...
It was.
Yeah. Was it predominantly black? Or was it
predominantly. It's predominantly black at Brooklyn, Casey.
Okay.
Now I don't know, but then it was.
Yeah. And what year is this that you got?
That was 09.
09. And you were 15?
15, about to be 16.
Damn. So when they came and got you and locked you up, what was going through your mind? Was it were you scared?
It was shit, I can't tell, I can't snitch. I just got to shut up and play crazy.
Yeah. So when they locked you up They did. Were you the only one that got locked up, or was it a bunch?
Nah,
of
it was a couple of my homeboys got locked up. You know, we all ended up getting kicked out of school. Some of them was 17.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they went to the county jail. The rest of us just got kicked out of school and sent to alternative school, the military school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That shit crazy though. I was in a similar situation like that when I was 16. I ain't gonna go too much into it to make a long story long, but was at a party. Niggas beat up the neighbor. They wanted me and the niggas that I got locked up with to tell, but we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Situations like that be happening though, but it's crazy. Like you find out like how solid niggas really are, like as young niggas. Cause I ain't even do the shit, and I ain't telling nobody. Cause I knew if I told on somebody, for one, I'm not gonna tell on nobody.
Yeah.
That's just how you live. Like when you a kid, your mama tell you don't be no fucking tattletale.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also knew if I told them too much, I would get fucked up even more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, just don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing, play crazy, telling you don't know nothing about it.
Yeah. That's exactly what we did. We ended up going to jail for the shit, but you know, by the grace of God, we ended up getting out of that situation.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good.
Now, when you started going to alternative school, did you feel like you got a slap on the wrist and you could just keep doing what you was doing, or was it like a wake up call? Like, man, I need to chill out.
Nah, it was like, fuck it. It was a break from the hood. It was like a little break from the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to go there for like 90 days.
Yeah.
My first little bid, you want to call it. But it was a military like boot camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then I started catching real charges at 17 when I was able to go to the county.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that first charge for?
Trafficking marijuana.
Trafficking?
Yeah.
Technically, like trafficking, how did they classify your charge as trafficking? What made it trafficking?
I had a large quantity.
And you was in motion?
And I was in motion. I had money. I had a scale. And I had, you know what I'm saying, like different size baggies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Now, when you got caught with that weed, like, what was going through your head? Was it like
this dumbass bitch I was around with type shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
She did some illegal turns or something. They pulled us over. And she was fidgeting too much, so they wanted to search the car. Said it smelled like weed, man. Typical.
Damn. That's crazy, bro. Like, so when you got, cause my thing is this with people who go to jail, get in trouble and shit like that. You got two types of people that get in trouble. You got the motherfucker like me who be like, boy, this shit is not for me. I'm done with this shit. But then you got the nigga that's like, well, shit, it wasn't that fucking bad.
Word. That's how
That's how you was.
After you go to jail or get incarcerated a couple times, you just be like, it's nothing. You used to it. It's a mental thing though, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
It ain't nothing that nobody should be normalized to or something. You feel me? But it just become normal if you just do it for years and years and years. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So you get locked up at 17. Was it like a trickle effect? Like you just kept going to jail?
Kept taking losses, kept going.
And this was all street shit you getting in trouble for. So you going to jail for drugs?
Yeah, drugs and shit. Now at 17, I'm going to the county jail for drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel, cause Casey, I want to paint a picture for the people. Casey is like a smaller town.
It's a smaller town. I wasn't going to jail in Casey. I was going to jail in Columbia.
Oh, you was going to jail here?
Yeah, across the bridge. Yeah.
Damn.
I was over here on this side handling business.
I was thinking maybe like, you know, in towns like that, the police know you.
Yeah,
know all the police. I was thinking it was like
they heard of me. They heard of me in my neighborhood, but I was like a ghost around there. That's why they come to you all smooth.
Yeah.
Cause I was a ghost in the neighborhood until what I just got out of jail for. You feel me? Casey locked me up for this, and they stuck it to me because they been wanting to catch me, but I've been a ghost in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Damn. So you getting locked up in Columbia?
Columbia, and I'm from Casey.
Now, did you know a lot of people in Columbia? And the reason I'm asking this is because, you know a lot of people in Columbia. Like, I wanted to know how you started forging those relationships. Was it through jail or was it through the streets?
Through the streets. And then I see you in jail.
Because the streets
leads you really to jail.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yeah. It is. That's a fact. Now, fast forward to this situation that you got locked up for. You say you got that charge here.
Yeah.
What was the charge and what year was it? Because you said you served 7 years.
Yeah, it was 2014. It was six. I had a 7-year sentence, but I did 6 years and some change. It was 2014 when I went to jail.
Damn, and what was it for?
I shot 2 people in my neighborhood. That's the charge I caught on case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot 2 people.
Was it? I'm sure it was self-defense.
Nah, it wasn't self-defense.
Okay. Now, we're not going to go in there.
Yeah.
But what did they charge you with?
2 attempted murders.
2 attempted murders. Now, when you shot these people, right, were you thinking that they died? Like,
I ain't care.
you ain't care. So when you did it,
I
shot them, you left.
Yeah.
Did it ever cross your mind like these niggas might be dead? Cause me personally,
I mean, I was watching it. You know, I was watching the interview. I mean, I was watching, you know, saying Facebook and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the news and shit. People was calling me.
What you like? So people knew.
People assumed. I ain't said nothing.
Streets talk like a motherfucker.
Streets talk, but people knew, but I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. For sure. So how long did it take for them to come get you?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Did you like lay low or were you just like living your life?
I was still doing this everyday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be a crazy burden to carry around though.
I mean,
as a young nigga, cause I mean,
I've been turned though at a young age. 16 turned.
That's still damn near bodies though, bruh. Like, you feel me? Like, I get it, but dog, like, you know what I'm saying?
It is what it is, though, bro.
It is.
I've been bred like that though. Like,
yeah.
This ain't no outfit. I can't take that off me. Like,
yeah.
I was bred like that.
Yeah. Now, when you say you were bred like that, was it the environment that you grew up in, like the house you grew up in, or was it like the people you were around?
Just people I was around, like people I choose to hang with, who I looked up to, role models.
Yeah. For sure. I can relate. You know, like my role models. You know, it's sad that in our communities, the niggas we look up to as kids aren't like the Master P's, the Jay-Z's, the Damon Johns, the nigga that created Fubu Car Canal. Like, we don't look up to them niggas. We look up to like our local street nigga. Like, and it's crazy growing up for me. I looked up to street niggas. Like, you know, my pops in the streets, my stepdad in the streets, my niggas in the streets, niggas I look up to in the streets. So when I turned 13, 14, old enough to really, guess what I'm doing? The same shit they was doing. I'm aspiring to be like them. But it's sad that in our communities, you know, our role models most of the times aren't positive influences. I feel like with social media now that's gonna change.
Yeah, because kids growing up got social media and they got more people to look at. Then they don't even go out the door to even know who really in the neighborhood. Everybody over their phones or whatever, tablets. And you could see Jay-Z, you could see Beyonce. Once upon a time growing in the hood, you couldn't see them people, you only heard about them. So you had to go to the streets to see what was similar to that. So if I hear you rapping about gold chains, diamond rings, and I go out the door and see somebody like that, that's my role model. Cause I don't see you.
Did you ever feel like, and we're gonna get back to your charges in a second, you know, you going to prison or whatever, but like growing up, did you ever feel like, or when you was doing what you was doing, did you ever feel like it was a way out? Or were you content with where you were?
The way out was to get rich. I was trying to get rich.
Yeah.
And you know, stuff coming in the midst of trying to get rich.
Yeah.
That was the whole problem.
Yeah. For sure. So you get these 2 attempted murder charges. They come lock you up. Did they come with SWAT and shit?
Yeah, big AR-15, like 30 officers.
You was in your draw asleep?
And I was in the hood.
So you was like in motion?
Yeah, I was in motion. I was in the hood. A couple of these fellas out here with me now, they was out there playing basketball. I dropped a video on Facebook, police pull up. But it's like they already knew I was in the neighborhood though, y'all pull up too fast.
Yeah.
And they pull up fully prepared. That wasn't just no coincidence.
You think somebody that was around you told on you?
Or they just was following my Facebook.
Yeah. We back. Had to take a quick little break. But So they come get you. You in the hood. It's broad daylight, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Were you now during this time, right? Cause I don't give a damn how tough a motherfucker is. You anticipating the day that you go to jail because you know that this situation that happened. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you
paranoid. You
anticipate.
I wasn't paranoid. I say I anticipated. I was just waiting on it. Like,
were you scared? Were you like? Cause this is the most serious shit you done got in trouble for.
I was preparing myself for it though. You
stacking your paper.
I stacked paper.
Lawyer.
I walked through it. You feel me? Like I already knew it. And I even went to the police station myself and questioned them. Like, do y'all got warrants for me? Y'all asking about me? Like, I questioned them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me they ain't know nothing. They heard my name, but they ain't know nothing typical. So I'm just going about my everyday life. Moving light, though.
Yeah. Still knowing, but see, you going to the police station, that kind of eased
it up. That went took 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
You feel me? I was fully prepared.
Yeah. They fucked up when they did that, though, because you probably was able to run up more paper. Get whatever you had to get together, get your lawyer more money, you know, prepare.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come, are they questioning you like?
I mean,
or because you already done went down there.
Yeah, they know what they told me. I knew I was locked up for. Like, they served my warrants, took me on to the county jail.
You ain't giving no statement because you ain't talking to the police.
Man,
I don't know.
And what I'm telling you now is this is literally what I heard happen.
Yeah. So you go to the county, you in jail. Are you thinking it's over with? Or are you thinking you're going to beat it?
Saying I was going to beat it.
So you in jail like really positive the whole time. Yeah. Like, I'm going to get the fuck out.
Yeah, most definitely. Until after a couple years of sitting in the county jail, you just be ready to go to jail. Like, they don't need to leave me here stuck in this waiting process. Let me know if I'm going to jail, going home. You ready to go to court?
Yeah.
After a couple years of sitting in the county. Yeah.
That shit hell. Mm-hmm. And you was in jail for, you said, a couple years. Because I know a lot of niggas go to Albanese Glen. You know, that's the county jail here. Them niggas be sitting in jail for 2, 3, 4 years at a time sometimes. A lot of niggas be sitting in the county jail for a long time.
Man, I was sitting in the county jail for 3 years.
Was it nerve-wracking?
Yeah, after a while, yeah. Because you was ready to go to jail.
Yeah. And then, did you have a girlfriend at the time?
Nah.
You didn't have a girl?
I just had a couple homegirls.
Yeah. Because that'll make a nigga really go crazy, like having a bitch in jail.
Yeah, a lot of dudes do go crazy.
I know you seen it, like.
Yeah, I heard some niggas you just tell them, like, man, go ahead and let that shit go. Let it go.
Let it the fuck go. Because it's over with. She gonna fuck off.
Especially when they get to ask you how long you been in jail. Like, yeah, bro, I've been in jail. Like, damn, bro, what you do about so? Like, bro, it is what it is. Just get you a couple homegirls.
Couple bitches sing you some shit.
Yeah.
Now, you going to jail for 2, 3 years. Are they talking about plea bargains? Are they talking about?
They offered a plea.
Off rip.
About a year in.
You took the first one they gave you?
Nah, hell no.
What's the trying to give you?
12 to 15 years.
12 to 15? You told her who gonna serve that? You gonna serve that motherfucker?
I was feeling like I would have went to trial or something. And then they ended up coming to me when they realized I wasn't gonna break.
Yeah.
And offered me another plea. 7 years.
Took it.
What
your lawyer said? Did he suggest you do it, or he was like?
I suggested it.
Yeah.
He asked he asked me, they trying to offer me 10 or I gotta go to trial. I'm like, man, they gotta go into that. So he's like, I'm gonna come back and holler at you. Came back and holler at me. And I said, man, fuck you, tell them I'll take 7 years and go.
Yeah.
Facts. Everything facts.
Yeah. So you take the 7 years, right?
I really gave it to myself, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good, dog, for 2 attempted murder.
Yeah.
I would think, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I got partners down the road, 20 years, attempted murder.
I got a partner doing a dub for attempted murder.
Yeah.
Word. And ain't even shoot a nigga that bad. Like,
yeah.
I mean, this shoot a nigga that bad.
Yeah, I mean, but you
still got shot.
But I'm saying, bro, like the system is corrupt.
It's corrupt.
Facts. It's corrupt.
You think you got that 7 years because you had a good lawyer? Had you had a public defender, you think you could have?
Yeah. Good lawyer and knowing what you talking about, reading your own paperwork.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to jail and just let people tell them anything and they don't read. You gotta read your own paperwork. It's all kind of loopholes being your case and stuff.
Yeah.
And then certain niggas that snitched because they was scared in the beginning try to go back and recant the statements or tell them they don't want to cooperate no more in your case. And you can get off too.
I was watching an interview with this nigga, forgot his name, Teflon Sean on Vlad TV. Gotta watch the interview, dog.
I'll check it out.
I'm gonna send it to you. Bro, the nigga was like 23 when he finally got arrested, like convicted of a crime that he did. Bro, this nigga beat 10 charges, bro.
Yeah,
murders and all, bro. Like murders and all, bro.
It's possible.
Bro, he beat like 4 murders, gun charges, drug charges. Nigga was the only nigga in the car and got caught with a gun in the car and beat the shit.
It's possible.
Yeah. But a lot of niggas was scared. Niggas who he shot, like, told on him and it was like, nah, I'm good.
That's how it go. That's how it go after a while, sometimes.
Yeah. It was in D.C., but the nigga ended up getting convicted after like the 10th charge, and he had to go to trial twice. That shit be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So you get the 7 years. Where's the first place you go as far as like the first yards you go to?
Kirkland, right there beside Broad River, like intake.
Yeah.
Kirkland.
How long you were there for?
80-something days.
Now, a lot of niggas talk about the county jail and prison and compare the two. When you go from the county jail to prison, was the experience, I'm not gonna say better because they both shitty, but was prison better than the county jail?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Cause you able to do more, you able to go to the yard, you able to get cigarettes, you able to get a phone, you able to get
money.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you in the county, you're not making no money.
I mean, nah, not really. Let's sell a little canteen, people, and they people putting the money in your books or something.
Yeah.
That ain't no money.
Yeah. Cause the profit margins ain't too high. No fucking honey buns that they sell in the fucking.
Yeah, that ain't gonna give you no money. You go to the road, you get some real money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you aware of the hustles that you could do in prison when you were in the county?
From the stories I heard and the people that I know went for me and what they was doing already in jail.
Yeah. I always wanted to know. You ain't got to share with the camera if you don't want to. I always wanted to know how niggas in prison get so much fucking money, dog. Like,
cause everything higher.
You don't gotta tell a nigga everything that niggas do, like word for word. But just tell me one hustle, bro, that niggas do. Cause I got a partner. This nigga, every Jordan release, he buying them, and he doing years.
I mean, yeah, you got. I'm gonna say the man. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna fuck up the system. Cause I love all the guys, free the guys.
Facts.
Man, money talk bullshit. Walk 1,000 miles, man. If you got money, you could fund. You could pay for something that you want. Whatever you want, you can get it.
Yeah.
It's simpler form, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got money and you want something, you gonna pay for it. If everything that's out here on the streets is 10 times higher in the penitentiary.
Give me an example.
A gram of reefer is $10 or something, $15. In the penitentiary is $120 right now.
Stop lying.
No cap, like
niggas paying $120 for a gram of weed.
$200 for an eighth of weed, like $400 for a quarter of weed. That's high price. That's not normal price. Normal prices would be like $200 for a quarter or something. You know what I'm saying? Cause you got to pay to get what you want. But
what about some bubbas though? Like niggas on the street smoke. You know what I'm saying? Bubbas and
bubba. You make every bit of $15,000 off a pound or something right now.
15,000 pounds off. $15,000 off a pound of bubba.
Yeah.
So yeah, we back. So you $15,000 off a pound of weed.
Yeah.
Now with this, and like I said, we not gonna give up too many of your personal shit or whatever, cause you were an upstanding citizen in prison.
Yeah.
You got stripes. They gave you stripes when you came home. You know what I'm saying? You had special uniforms. You worked in jail, so that's how you made your money.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
you know what I'm saying? Kitchen worker and shit like that.
Yeah, janitor and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You was employee of the month. Nigga, you got so many raises and shit.
Yeah.
But so when niggas get these pounds of weed, like a pound of weed in jail, right? let's just say a nigga wanted to sell that. Would he have to first of all get the pound of weed in jail so he can have it on his person?
Yeah.
So he got the pound of weed. Where is he hiding it at? Cause
I mean, different spots depending on whatever yard you're on. You hide it from different spots, or you pay people to hold it for you.
yeah.
They might have a spot, or they might just hold it on.
Are you is it easy to trust a nigga to hold your work
Sometimes,
in jail?
depending on who you're dealing with. Sometimes.
Is it depending on who you're dealing with, or is it depending on who you are?
It depends on who you are, and it depends on who you're dealing with. Because you might just be a sucker, and you just get treated like that. You a stand-up guy, you got it under control, you ain't gonna get tried. You'll make it through.
Yeah. And you wasn't worried about a nigga.
Nothing, man. I'm good on every yard, man. Good, never had no problems, man.
How many fights would you say you got in?
I ain't got none on my behalf. I did stuff for the bros. But, but I was straight.
Real stand-up nigga. Now, the food is something niggas talk about a lot in jail. I remember I went to truck driving school back in the day.
Yeah.
I was 21. And my roommate from truck driving school was a nigga named Jose from Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Good nigga, but he was a jail nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Been in jail so many times. The best meal I ever had that a motherfucker made me was what Jose made me. Nigga made me a setup.
Yeah, fact.
What was your setups like? What were you making when it came to setups?
I had a lot of different
favorites. You like to eat. I know
I had
you
a
like
lot
to
of
eat,
different
nigga.
favorites until I started eating street food. Shout out to the people who made sure I had street food. But
yeah.
Jack Mac, oyster, sausage, pickle, corn, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
What's Jack Mac?
Jack Mac like a fish, like a pre-cooked fish. You know what I'm saying? You fry it, fillet it, however you want to do it, because, you might have eggs, flour, stuff like that.
So you and they chefing it up?
Yeah, sometimes.
And when you started getting street food, what type of shit are you eating? Whatever the fuck you
whatever they bring at the time, wherever I find the tray at.
Yeah. That's crazy. Y'all niggas is getting street meals. Is it still hot, or you gotta warm the shit up?
You gotta warm it up. It's microwaves and stuff.
Damn. With all the things that you were afforded in jail, technology, money, street food. I mean, pretty much had everything you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever forget sometimes that you were in jail?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. You're accustomed to the way of living. Jail. But I stayed in the streets a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was communicating with a lot of people, so.
Mm-hmm. So it felt like you were essentially home.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
And I was pushing, the label.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about that too. How were you able to, speaking of the label, how were you able to push your label from behind the wall? Like,
I mean, I had an illegal phone. I had an illegal cell phone.
Yeah. And with that, like, did you always have ambitions and like CEO ambitions?
Yeah, I always wanted to be the boss man.
Yeah.
That's one of my names too, though, boss man. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I could do it. You feel me? So I continued to do it and make it work.
Yeah. That's fire though, bro. Niggas, like I said earlier, a lot of people talk about, they like to count niggas who went to prison out or niggas in prison out, but some of the most creative, the most innovative, the most smart, the smartest.
There's a lot of talent back there.
Bro, real talent. I'm talking about raw talent. That really, people that can run Fortune 500 companies, bro.
You running Fortune 500 companies. Be honest.
Yeah.
Got some dudes back there worth a lot of money.
What's the nigga, like you said, it's dudes back there worth a lot of money, like, who is the person you saw back there, like, I wouldn't say what's their name, but like, what's the person you saw back there with the most amount of money, like, to their name?
An old school nigga. They don't really deal with nobody, but he still handling his business.
Yeah.
He been down like 20 years. Still got like 20 years.
Yeah.
And he's well established. He own businesses on the street, houses, cars.
That's crazy, bro. Wow. That's crazy, dog. Like, I just wish, the guys in prison were afforded some of the opportunities, man, like being able to have access to technology and stuff like that, man, they can do more good with that stuff than bad. You know what I mean? For real.
There's a lot of good guys back there. Everybody ain't bad. Everybody be. There's a lot of chill dudes back there.
There's a lot of good people in prison, man. There's a lot of niggas in prison that was protecting their families, feeding their families, doing right by their people, man. Some of the best people I know are dudes in prison. Some of the best people I know are guys with felonies. Dig what I'm saying? But tell the people where they can find you at, man, and what you got coming, man.
Man, you can find me on T-Rod Smooth, TROB_SMOOTH, T-Rod Smooth Instagram, man. Just hit me up. We can do business. We got a lot of practice work. We shooting a video right now, actually, while we're doing the interview. About to go do another scene at another studio, and we just pushing low in the camp, man. It's out here. We gonna break the door down, man.
That's a fact.
We coming, man.
That's a fact. Thank you for coming on the show, bro.
I appreciate it.
For sure. And congratulations, bro, on coming home.
Appreciate that.
Having your business shit together, man. Niggas shooting real videos, real productions, man. And you been home how many days?
Since Friday, so like 5 days.
Nigga been home 5 days. He handling business. It's Wednesday now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't let nobody tell you what the fuck you can't do.
Yeah, just get the money, man. Stay out the way.
That's a fact. Muddy Waters, we out.
Low money count, man. Hit me.
Appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate it.